Sure. Thank you. Nothing. Congrats to Georgia State, Coach Elliott, his staff and team. I mean, they just totally outcoached and outplayed us from the start. We got behind early, turned the ball over 3 times in the first half, and just, it started bad and got worse. Never could turn it around, and just really disappointing on our end. To play the way we played, but give Georgia State credit because I thought they did a great job, and they certainly deserve to win the game. So disappointing, but we have to move forward, and we have to go to Oxford this week to play Ole Miss, and really talented offensive football team, starting with the quarterback, and they have 3 receivers there that they say are going to be high draft picks. They're all really good. They're explosive. The running back has done a really good job this year. I mean, he has averaging over 100 yards a game. So, they're very, very, very explosive offensively, and it's going to be a tremendous challenge. Defensively, I think the biggest key for us, when we try to play them, is to try to stay ahead of the chains, because when you get behind the chains, they got really good pass rushers. They can come after you. So, look, it's a big challenge for us, again, on the road again, and to go to Ole Miss to play, but it's another great opportunity for us and our program moving forward, and we have some kids that are from the area that I know are very excited, so looking forward to it.
Thank you so much, Coach. Our first questions come from Dan McDonald with The Advocate. Dan, please go ahead.
Coach?
Yes, sir.
Georgia State, obviously they're emphasizing the running game a lot more now. Did you think that they'd be able to run the football? Because y'all have done a good job defensively against the run the last couple of weeks. And also their quarterback looked like he was really efficient as far as his numbers.
Yeah, I mean, we knew they'd run the ball, Dan. I mean, that's kind of what they were doing. The only thing I guess was a little different is they had just straight design quarterback runs, kind of spread us out a little bit. And the tailback was a lead back and the quarterback ran it, which, was a good scheme, but look, we fell behind early, and I thought we had an opportunity to kind of some of the games we were in last year to try to match them, early in the game offensively, and then went down and scored twice, and I think 10 plays, the 2 drives combined, and then we just turned the ball over. We fumbled the ball at the 2, basically just running out of bounds, and then we had 2 more fumbles that they forced, but then again in the first half, and you look up, and you just can't do that like we did. We were fortunate enough to come back and make the Troy game a very interesting game at the end of the game, but you can't continue to do that, to get behind early like we were and expect to get out of the hole. So, I said, but give Georgia State credit, but it's nothing that they did that was, that we were just totally shocked by. It's just we got to do a better job of executing.
The return that they got, was that just a sort of a got y'all, was that a kind of a downer, got y'all, and, they pretty much got back into it and, I don't know, made a statement with that punt return, and was that kind of deflating for your guys?
Well, it was very late in the game, and, when you look at that, but I mean, it's law of averages. You got a guy back there like Penny Hart, who's a great athlete, like our kid is, and Marcus Green, and, you punt 3 times from inside your 10, law averages, he's going to hit one of them. I mean, I think the punt return, if I'm not mistaken, was 45 yards for a touchdown? I mean, so, look, we got to do a lot better job than that. But to me, it's everything that led up to that. That was the 3rd time we punted from inside our 10. And it's just, like I said, law averages. I mean, they're going to, the guy's going to catch one. And he's a great player. He broke a couple tackles and came out of it. So, it's disappointing from our punt coverage standpoint, but, we got to do a better job before that.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Dan. Our next questions come from Tim Smith. Tim, give me 1 second here. I'll get you on the podium. Tim, please go ahead.
Hey, good morning, Coach. 2 kind of different ball games the last couple weeks. You're able to shut out Troy in the second half of last week's game, but then this weekend you guys get shut out in the second half. Is there something in particular that Georgia State, made happen for themselves in the second half to shut you guys out? Obviously, they were still able to have some success on the offensive side of the ball. What were they doing defensively?
You know, we just it's several things that I thought they did that were really, really good. They didn't let us get behind them, kept everything in front of us, and we did a really poor job of executing when you look at it and you go back. I mean, to miss some plays that we obviously should have made, but any chance of getting back in the game, we had to do something on the offensive side. We actually held them the first couple series on defense, but we just couldn't do anything on offense. So I think it was some of what they were doing. It's not like it was surprised us, but I thought they executed well, and we just didn't do a very good job of executing at all. And obviously showed